Oh, I need to do powder first. Duh. Oh, crying out loud. All right, I'm gonna go in with powder. I'm using where I have more, I need concealer. What is wrong with me today? Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little different. I know I've been doing newer stuff, but yesterday I filmed a video that I was decluttering some of my eyeshadow palettes and I got a really good feedback from that. So I feel like a lot of people want to see, what are we going to do with all of the makeup that we already have? So we're going to do an old-fashioned get ready with me with nothing new. So how does that sound? All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, today I'm going to be using the Natasha Denona Mini Metropolis palette. I don't know that I've used this too much, and I just thought, hey, what a better time to play with it than now. I have it. Let's play with it. I am going to be doing a smoky eye. I think I'm going to be doing a smoky eye with a tinge of blue or maybe some bronze on the lid. I don't know. We'll see where the moment moves us. So I am going to be starting out with this color right here, and I'm just going to be going right in here into the brow bone. Kind of buffing up a little bit. This color is light enough you can take it almost up to the brow bone, make a beautiful transition for your other colors. Take it over here. And then beautiful. Nice transition. Gives you a nice jumping off base for your next darker color. So next we're going to be jumping into this guy right here. And similar to what we did, but keeping lower, I'm going to tuck it right here. Just do little motions right in here. I don't want to take it all the way over to the end of my eye. I want to keep the more yellow based right in the middle. Gorge. Now, to add some depth, we're going to dip into the darker color right here, right here. And now I'm going to grab onto a smaller brush that has a little bit more of a finer point. And then I'm going to be focusing on the outer corner of the eye. So there, I'm just going to tuck that in right here, keeping it more on the lid and bringing it up on the outer corner. I really want to strengthen the darkness there. I'm going to take that out a little bit because I'm going to be making a V when it's all said and done. Looks like a little bit of a mess right now, but it will come together. All right, I want to smoke that out a little further in. Then I'm going to grab that buffer brush that we used. I'm going to dip into that first color and I'm going to soften this right here. Okay, so that's where I think I want to stop with the darkness. Now I am going to grab my Rephr 2, which is a nice flat brush, and I am going to wet it as usual. Then I'm going to dip into this bronze color right here. I think we're going to do bronze with an under pop of blue. So just patting that on my lid. I know, boring guys, but this is what we have at home. Most of us have neutrals. Oh, so pretty. I'm going to take it over a little bit closer to the outer V. And I'm going to take that small brush, just using whatever was left on there, and just blend it in together. Actually, I think I'm going to pop just a tiny bit on. All right, and that is that. Now, I'm going to take that yellow color again on the big blender brush, tapping it off so there's not very much. I'm just going to pop over that, the whole thing, and just kind of blend her together. Gorgeous. All right, so popping into eyeliner, I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Lifeline, my Huda Beauty Lifeline liner, and I'm going to focus on the inner part, not making too big of a line, but not too small of a line, because we are going to wing it out at the end. So let's just get on in here. What I love about this liner is you can get such a precise line. And then taking the tip, I'm going to just bring my line out. Don't worry if it's not perfect. I always say wings are sisters, not twins, just like your boobs. All right, so we have the underdrawn. Now I'm going to take that and just draw my triangle. I think I want to make it a little thicker in there. Just bringing it over. Perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to clean up this under eye, do this eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I have the eyes done, lashes on. I used Huda Beauty's Lottie lashes. As you can see, they are very flutterous and beautiful. Now we're going to go in with my Tatcha Silk Canvas. Old standby classic for me. Just going to go in here in the areas that I have more pores or I tend to get more oily. All right, for foundation, I'm going to go with one of my favorites, my Dior Backstage Flash foundation. Now, some people like to spray it right on. Some people like to spray it on a brush. I prefer spraying it on the sponge and then applying it like so. Oh, this foundation. As you can see, a little goes a very long way with this foundation. I would definitely say this is a full coverage. Well, medium to full. You can go a little bit later. I kind of went a little bit heavy on there, maybe a little too heavy. But the freckles are definitely disappearing, so that's how I read whether or not it is a full coverage. Lord. And then forehead freckles. Now I kind of like my forehead freckles, so I'm going in a little lighter coverage up there. And I'm really getting in there, patting them out. Okay. Wah freaking la. So now, contour. I'm going to go in with my Rare Beauty contour stick. This, I'm not very familiar with this contour stick, so we're going to just hope that it goes as planned. Yowzers. Okay. Let's buffer in. Not bad, not bad. I want to try buffing it in with a sponge and just see how that goes. I like the brush better. I am going to go in with a sponge for the nose. Not a big nose contour person, so this is basically just to give me some color. Concealer, going in with one of my favorites, the L'Oreal Age Perfect. I'm just going to go in here and in here. I don't really like to conceal any other areas. Oh, just go under the eye. I love this concealer because it is so blendable. It plays well with every foundation. So now, what I was saying, I'm going to go into the powder with a sponge just for here so I can get that ultimate blurred look in where I tend to get more sweaty or have larger pores. This powder is so good. You see the difference? Like the difference in the blur here as opposed to over here? Pretty phenomenal. And the rest, I'm going to take my nice fluffy powder brush. I'm going to dip into it and then dip into the cap and tap it off and just go all over the face. Okay, now back to the blush. Oh God, Holly. This was an impromptu video. I wasn't going to film, and then I was like, no, I had such a nice response yesterday. I want to film. It makes me want to film. So we're going to go in cheeky here. Such a pretty color. Okay. All right, under eyes. I am going to take my Metropolis palette. I'm going to dip into this blue color, this really poppy blue. And I'm going to take a very small, flat defining brush, and I'm going to wet it. Dipping into the blue, I'm going to smudge it out. I want it to show up, so I'm going to take it down a little further. And over to there. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to take my mascara. I'm going to go in with the Armani Classico Eyes to Kill, I believe it's called, mascara. just on the bottom lashes since I've already done my top. My hourglass powder. I have the ambient lighting power and diffused light. I'm just going to take that same huge brush that I used for my powder and I'm going to go swirling around in there, and I'm just going to dust that on my face. Focus on my nose a little bit, up here on my forehead. All right, last step, guys. Well, last two steps. I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. I'm gonna go into, what is this? Jill Stewart Beauty. It's a blush, but I like to dip into this one for my highlight. I'm gonna take my nice big highlighting brush, focusing on that one, and just dust it right on my cheekbone. It's not in your face, which is why I really like it. And down my nose a little bit. My lips, one of my favorite lip colors right now is Color Pop Prosecco Pop, and it is the Ultimate Outlast. Such a pretty pinkish nude. All right, and let's set it. I'm gonna go in with the YSL New Setting Spray. Oh, it's such a lovely mist. Guys, here's the final look. What do you think? I'm thinking it's a really cool everyday look, and I did it with everything that I already had, nothing new. I went into my own products and I decided to just use what I already have instead of FOMOing over everything that I do not have. So I really feel, like I said yesterday, the need to kind of cleanse myself, whether that be of makeup I don't use, people I don't need, things that I don't need. And this is a really good way and a good healthy thing to do, is to dip into things you already have rather than going out and spending your coin, guys. All right, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you do. If there's any other looks you'd like to see, any other colors you'd like to see, drop them down below and I will make sure to do that. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah.